Hello YouTube world, hope you're all doing alright. Last episode probably could have been summed up in one word: painful. It was a very painful episode, not just because we lost villagers, but it was also just kind of, well, not great. So, hopefully, this episode will be a complete turnaround. Now, as you can tell already from that, I have made some significant progress. And Gwydion has kindly repaid me a villager. Ow. And so I've bred them up. One major thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into those bad boys and get the villager trading hall worked up and done. The other thing you'll notice is we have gotten ourselves full diamond armor. The enchantments unfortunately aren't great for everything but the boots. The boots are great. Boots are great, but the rest of it's kind of not great. And so, hello? Yes? Hello? How are you? Doth thou speak? Flamenco has been kind enough to offer me a very lucky deal on mending books. Kind of like a first time thing, where he's offering me a bunch of mending books from his villager. Well, with that epic deal out of the way, let's get these bad boys enchanted up. Go ahead and go AFK at the fish farm for a bit and get all my stuff repaired, and then we'll move on with the episode. So I've gotten my gear all mended up, and now we're going to go and start work on those villagers. So after quite a few hours of moving them around and getting them to places, this is the setup I have right now. Now, I don't think it's necessarily working, because I don't think that the farming villagers register that they can give food to them, so I clearly need to fix something, but for the time being I had to set it up like this. Now the design I really love, and I just need to finish up that one, especially to make sure that zombies don't get in. I was doing this guy first time, and a zombie got in. I think it spawned on the roof and jumped down and killed him, which does make me worried about these guys, because that would really stink. Now thankfully I have quite a few extras that I didn't anticipate having. The reason I had so many is because the original design, I was going to do 4 of these, 4 different farming villagers, so I thought that would increase efficiency, but at the same time I don't think it'll look as nice. It'll be kind of awkward, and it would take way too many resources. This has already been very resource heavy, because this is all wood, no planks, just straight up logs, which looks great, but you know, it's costly. So I just looked at the video, a couple of them, and I realized I made quite a few big errors. First one is these guys are too low, so they need to be raised 1 block. I guess I'm just gonna have to piston them up, which is fine. That won't be too hard. The second thing is they need to be surrounded by 4 trapdoors once they're raised so that they don't escape, which does make sense. And then there needs to be a slab here, 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 and on the other side there. And that, I guess, keeps them from breeding and the villagers coming out on top, but also from coming out in any of these blocks below. It just sends them straight down. This does make sense. And then I do think these guys need to get closer. I'm not too sure about that part, but I am sure about the other parts. So let's get in a bed, let's sleep, and then we will try and fix these problems. You know, having this nether portal way to get up is a small change, but it's significant, because climbing up that ladder, not fun. It's just not fun. Oh, I hope this works. There we go. Nice and painless. So despite many difficulties, and look at those hearts go, despite many difficulties and the fact that this villager somehow managed to escape into here, we are getting villagers, and they are dropping down in there. So I just need to replace that guy. I'm still not sure how he escaped, But the point is, we are getting villagers, which is the point. So, the two big things I need to do now is move one of these guys back up into here for the third time, and then take the other two and I guess put them over here while I tear this whole thing down and start a villager trading hall. After many hours, we have finished at least this. Yeah, I like it, and it is working. But as you can tell by that, I'm currently going through the process of destroying this. I've got the last two villagers trapped up in here. And so, in but a few moments, I'll have this whole thing taken down. And I have to say, it's very satisfying. Listen to this, listen to this. That's so satisfying. Anyway, I'm going to keep doing that, but I've got one more thing to quickly show before I keep going. Right down here, right there, you can see it, skeleton spawner. Literally right there. I'm so excited about the fact that it's right there. And so, probably with the rest of this episode, paired with the villagers stuff, and I want to do some stuff with flamenco. But the other thing I want to work on is, instead of doing the spider farm that I was going to do, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the skeleton farm. I won't show much footage of it, I'm just going to do it. So, yeah. Now for some reason the audio broke from here on out. I'm not sure why, but yeah, for some reason the audio is just completely broken. But basically what we ended up doing is I was showing him around the villager breeder, and that is an automated potion machine that I made, and kind of just talking with him through it and showing him what I've been working on. After ranting with him about villagers, I then made a deal with him for a full stack of iron to have 3 wither skulls so that we could go fight a wither, which ended up kind of changing the direction of the episode, but in a good way.
And
The fight was very short.
we don't have to terraform now.
After that, we gathered up a bunch of sand for the Guardian farm, and then we set off and raided the whole thing, but unfortunately none of that was captured. Well, that was quite the epic episode. How do I combine those? Epicsode. That was quite the Epicsode. That's what we're going to call that from now on. We did so much during this episode, and it was quite epic. Now, I did quite a few things off camera. For one, I added this for trading with the farming villager. Now, I ran into quite a few complications due to the fact that this Zombo, as I've named him, Mr. Zombo. Oh no, his name's Happy. Oh, never mind. Mr. Happy. Oh, yeah. Zombo was the first one. He's not here anymore. Anyway, Happy will not change these guys into zombie villagers on easy, and I didn't realize that, but we were on easy. Which also begs the question, why did we die so many times? Why? Well, that to be answered, I guess, another day. The admin changed the difficulty to normal, which means now there's a 50% chance of them changing, so I'm gonna run some tests between episodes, try and get some of these guys into zombie villagers. But in the meantime, I found 2 zombie villagers and cured them, and so they have been doing incredible trades with me. And off camera, I built this machine. This machine replicates beets, potatoes, wheat, and carrot. And I found out that if I use my auto clicker, it does it for me, which is incredible. And so through trading, I have gotten a ridiculous amount of resources, including a large sum of emeralds. And this isn't even all of them. I finished a full beacon off camera using that wither star that we dropped, and I spent a very long day listening to an audiobook while concurrently trading with villagers, basically for a full day, just trading with those 2 villagers. And through it, we finished this bad boy. And so with it, we've started mining out this area, and humorously, I think someone had a tunnel here or something, because this is definitely not mine. And I think it's probably the Immortals, but I'm not too certain, because that is going towards their direction. That's my base. My base is that way. So, but this has definitely been quite the Epicsode. I'm gonna call it that from now on, whenever I have these episodes where it's just like doing too much stuff all in one day. And so, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Next episode, I think the main focus we'll probably have is getting trades actually going with the villagers. That'll be the first thing to work on. The second thing will be an iron farm and a slime farm. Because now that we have this beacon, we can actually mine out a whole slime chunk. And I would love to do that. Go ahead and get that out of the way, get slime going, so we can actually start building some real farms. And so, that's the plan. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. I didn't realize this till now, but this is a really short Epicsode. And yeah, there's just not really much else that happened. So I guess that's it. Now, I do want to talk really briefly about something that's coming soon. I have been watching this thing called AniSins, which is anime sins, a lot like cinema sins, which most people know about. And I really don't like it. So, I'm thinking about coming up with my own version of anime sins or anime wins. I haven't quite decided yet, and it'll probably be a separate channel, so look for that. It'll be coming soon. And the first series I'm probably going to start with is Fate Stay Night, because my brother and I have been watching it, and it was hilarious to see his reaction, and so I think it would be a lot of fun to kind of divulge into that and, you know, account for the anime sins and wins. Alright, with that said, see ya.